just coincidence. Okay, for number 4, two integers are consecutive positive even. So consecutive positive even. Okay, so that means that your smaller number equals what? Smaller number always equals x. Consecutive positive even means that our larger number equals what? X plus 2. Okay, anytime you say the word even or odd, you're counting by 2's. The square of the larger number, so square of the larger, decreased by, so that means subtract twice the smaller number. 2 times x, that should say is 52. Then we can work this out. How do I square a binomial? Have to put it in, write it out twice. Okay, so you cannot distribute that. Minus 2x equals 52. If we FOIL these together, we get x squared. Outsides gives you plus 2x. Insides is plus 2x. Last is plus 4. Minus 2x, and I'm going to subtract this 52 at the same time. So minus 52 equals 0. Combine your like terms, so x squared. Positive 2 plus 2 minus 2 leaves us with positive 2x. And then 4 minus 52 gives us minus 48 equals 0. If I factor that, what multiplies to negative 48 and adds to positive 2? X plus 8, x minus 6. If I break these up, I'm going to get a negative 8 and a positive 6. So which one gets thrown away? The negative 8 gets thrown away because I had consecutive positive evens. So that means if my first number is 6, what's my second number? 8. But what is the question asking for here? The sum. So add those together, and our actual answer here is what? 14 is your actual answer. Okay, so please, please, please be really careful to check your problem. Okay, read it correctly. Okay, this one's going to take us back to, I think it's last unit. Find the volume. What is volume? What's the formula for volume? Volume equals length times width times height. So that means multiply all these together. Okay, so if I multiply x plus 4 times 2x minus 7 times 4x. Okay, what do I want to do first here? What would I do first? FOIL. Okay, FOIL these first two together. That would leave us with 2x squared. Outsides gives you minus 7x. Insides is plus 8x. Last is negative 28. And we're still going to multiply by 4x. Okay, so that's still being multiplied. So keep it in the parentheses. If you combine like terms, we get 2x squared plus 1x minus 28. Again, still multiplied by 4x. Now, it's probably easier if we write the 4x in the front. So I'm going to just switch it. Okay, I'm just going to switch it to be in the front. Now, what do I do with the 4x? Distribute it, so multiply. Okay, but it looks easier for us if we write it in the front. So if I multiply these together, 4x times 2x squared gives you 8x cubed plus 4x squared minus 4 times 28 gives us 112x. So 4x cubed, or excuse me, 8x cubed plus 4x squared minus 112x. Okay, last one on this stuff is the area of a rectangle is 12x squared plus 23x minus 24. Find its length and width. So hopefully you remember that area equals length times width. If I know the area and I want to break it down to two things, what is this basically asking you to do? Guess and check factor. Exactly. Okay, so guess and check factor. So here, 12 could either be 1 and 12, 2 and 6, or 3 and 4. Your back numbers could be 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, or 4 and 6. So this is a guess and check problem, okay? We're going to guess at the front and the back. Which ones do we want to guess? What do you want to guess for the front numbers? 1 and 12, 2 and 6, or 3 and 4? 2 and 6. Okay. If I am going to have a 2x and a 3x, what would you like to guess for the back numbers? Or excuse me, 2x and 6x. What can you guess for the back numbers? Just guess. 3 and 8? Now, can that possibly work? Why does that possibly not work?
GCF.
Because of GCF. This one would have a GCF. So what if I switch them? Still would be a GCF, okay? If you try that, hopefully you should see that 2x and 6x, there is no way that that's ever going to work with any of these numbers because of GCF, okay? So no way that 2 and 6 can work because they're both even. You'd be able to have a GCF. Are there any other options that you can cancel out?
Yes.
Which one? The 2 and 12 could never work because of GCF, because they're both even, and no matter what, you're going to have at least one even on this side. Same thing with 4 and 6, because they're even.
I think I know what it is.
Okay, so you think you know what it is. What do you think you get?
4x minus 3 and 3x plus 8.
4x minus 3 and 3x plus 8. Okay, if I check that, we get a negative 9x and a what?
I didn't work it out. I just think that's it.
Okay, and what do I get there? 32x? Does that in fact give us a positive 23?
Yes.
Yes, it does. That is your answer. Yeah. So 4x minus 3 multiplied by 3x plus 8. Okay, so all you're doing today is going to be setting up word problems. So remember, if it says the word even or odd, okay, even or odd means that you have to be counting by twos. Okay, homework on this is worksheet 2. You are doing numbers 11 through 19. Okay, so look back in your packet. Worksheet 2, numbers 11 through 19.